Hello, good afternoon. Let's get the folks over here in IG. How are you guys doing out there today? Hi, Inez. Good afternoon. Girl, it's so good to see you. How are you doing? What is that? Okay. Something's going on over here. Am I live on IG? Let's see. Let me hit this again. Make sure I'm live over here. These guys got to hear this stuff. What is it doing? Oops, let's go. Give me a second, guys. Let me get IG going because I know everybody over here got to get this right. Are we live over here? Let's try this one more time. All right, I'm not sure what's going on here. Oops, no, that's not what we want to do. So how are you guys doing out there today? Hello. Hi, Andy. Hi, Miss Ford. Looking forward to learning today. I'm trying to see if I'm getting my IG live here. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's try this one more time. I'm always somehow having trouble with this over here. I don't think I know what I'm doing. I might be knowing a lot of things when it comes to taxes, but I'm not sure I know what's going on over here with IG. Let's try this all over again. You guys doing all right? Hi, my beautiful. Hello, my beautiful auntie. Yes. So Cherie says she's looking forward to this class today. We're going to talk about some good stuff today, right? So you guys get all of your music friends on board. This is exciting here. I actually do like this. Why am I not getting my IG stuff going on here? Let's see. I'm not sure what I'm doing. This is Story Real Live. Woo! All right. I think I am on connecting. Yep, we got this. All right, guys. Yes. We are live on IG. These folks are going to be excited about this topic today. You guys hit like and share on this video. This is very exciting stuff. It's all about getting money. Getting money for some stuff that we like, some stuff that we do, some stuff that we put a lot of time into, guys. Today we're going to talk about music, royalties, and how to get paid. And I know you guys know a lot of folks out there who is into the music business, or you are into the music business yourself. So, share this information. Everybody needs this. You put a lot of time into your music, something you really love. Now you want to make sure that you get paid for it. And that's why we're here today to have this discussion. Okay. So today, music royalties, how to get paid. Hi, Tamaziwa. Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Karen. Thanks for jumping on here today, guys. Hit like and share. We're going to talk about how you get paid for your music that you really love. Good afternoon from Karen. All right. So we're going to talk about 3 points today, guys. What are your music royalties? We're going to talk about that's the first point. We want to know what royalties are. We hear the word all the time. What is it? What does it mean? And what are they talking about? Second point, who is entitled to music royalties? So we want to talk about who's entitled to music royalties. And then the third point today, we're going to talk about 5 types of royalties, guys. And you guys, again, I'm saying this because I've got a lot of friends, a lot of clients, a lot of family members. I see the work that get put into this stuff. I see it from scratch. I see when it gets started. I see the end product, and I know what's involved, even with making one song. Okay, and a lot of folks spend a lot of time on this. It's very creative, and everyone can't do this. And the world enjoys it. Again, music is a universal language. Everybody enjoys it. And without it, again, I don't know what we will do. So why not get paid for all this work that you put in? For the most part, you're doing it because you love it. And again, you're doing it for a business, right? So let's talk about what are music royalties, guys. What are music royalties? So royalties is the compensation payment that you get, that you received, right, for the use of your work. So what it is you create this music. You guys put a lot of stuff in. You write, produce, you compose, you perform, and all this stuff. Music comes out to the world. But what happens is you get paid for this music that you put out there. And this is what the royalties are. The royalties is collected. There are agencies that collects this music for you. They track down your music. They see where it goes. They see how it, how many times it gets played, how many times it's downloaded. They track all this stuff. And then the people who uses your music, guys, they have to pay for a license to do so. And so this money is collected, and then you get a share of that money. That's what the royalties are. So your license, first of all, let's start off because your music has to be registered, with these agencies, because once again, you make it. And of course, once again, you make it. And of course, if it's not licensed, no one is going to be able to track it for you and get your money for you. So first of all, you make the music, you want to get it licensed to the various agencies. That's a whole nother topic that we will have, where you get your music license at. They will track your music down, of course, and they will make sure they collect all of the money, which is the royalties, and distribute that money to you. Now, again, one of the beautiful part about the royalties, guys, it's not a one-time payment, it's recurring payments, right? It's recurring payments. And when we talk about the different types of royalties, you'll see why these payments are recurring. It's ongoing. And the beautiful part about this, guys, like I said, I have so many clients and people who are in the business. I have clients who have retired from the business for years and years and years, and are making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars just in royalties. And now they're not even doing anything. They're just collecting these checks, right? I mean, that's because you make this music and you couldn't get paid forever, right? Your estate can get paid. As you guys know, there's a lot of artists who have passed on, a lot of people who compose music passed on. Their estate is still getting paid, right? They're still getting paid. So it doesn't go away. It's recurring payments that comes to you. So that's what royalties are, guys. It's the license that people have to pay to use your music, and it is collected and distributed to you. That's what the music royalties are. And again, it's recurring payments, so it's not like a one-time deal, okay? So that's the first thing. What are music royalties? Second point today, guys, number 2, who is entitled to these royalties, right? Who is entitled to the royalties? Now, we hear about the royalties. Who gets it? So everyone who owns the rights to the music, right? Who owns the rights, who have the copyright control, is who gets paid, right? So all the people who are involved with the copyright, who has the control, who owns the rights to the music, that's who gets paid. Now, back in the days, if you have a record deal with a record company, of course, a lot of times they will own the rights to your music. If you have a publishing deal, a publishing company will have the rights to the music. But whoever owns the copyright to the music, who has the control over your music, are the people who will get the money, who will collect the royalties. And those are people who are entitled to the money, okay? And nowadays, again, because everybody's not signed to any major labels, right? So you stay in control of your rights. This is why everybody said, I need to own the control. I have to be in control of my music. All the copyrights come to me. I have to register my music, and I want to control my composition. And so if you are the one in control, that's who gets paid, okay? That's who gets paid. And then also, anyone that is a performer on your music. You know, you guys know there's a lot of different people involved. You've got the songwriters, you've got the producers, you've got other people who performs on the music and stuff like that. So all these folks that are involved, All these people that are involved in the production of the music are entitled to be paid. So these are who's entitled to be paid from your royalties, your music royalties. Okay, so that's number two. Who is entitled? So anyone in control, copyright, who controls the music, who owns it, and other people involved with it, as far as producing and writing, composing, and the people who are a part of the production is who control the rights in music. And so therefore those are who gets paid. Right? So all right, let's get to our third point. This is the major part right here with the types of royalties. This is it. So again, we know about royalties. We don't know what they are. We just talked about what they are. The different types of royalties. There's so many different types of royalties, guys. I want to talk about 5 specific ones that are most common, that most of us in the music business have heard of, or we have used, or we know about them. 5 types of royalties. Make some notes on this. This is very, 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 very important. Again, if you only made one song, you're entitled to be paid for it. And you can be paid forever on that one particular song, depending on if you have it registered and you're getting these royalties, right? So let's talk about 5 types of music royalties that you can get. The performance rights royalties. I love this one because you guys, you can get royalty payments. Someone has to license and they has to get your work licensed to be able to perform it, right? So when your music is performed publicly, all right, when it's performed publicly, when it's played in different areas such as, say an elevator, it's played in a store, it's played in different venues, in the malls and shopping, and shopping malls. When your music is played publicly, I don't know, I can't say that word today. When it's played publicly and are performed publicly, you get paid for the performance of those music. So these venues have to get a license. So they obtain a license to be able to play this music, and by them playing the music or perform the music, they collect the royalties, and this is how you get paid, right? So now you can get paid from performing your own music publicly if it's registered correctly, because if it's performed in any of these venues who have a license, of course they will have to pay for the license for you to perform your own music there. Isn't that beautiful? Is you doing your own stuff and you get paid to perform your own music in a venue. That's beautiful, right? So that's one type of royalty. Second one is the mechanical royalty, guys. The mechanical royalties. And you guys are more familiar with this one because that's the reproduction of the music, right? This is when you reproduce the music, back when you just had to do, and they still do it now, records, CDs, right? When it's download and stream, right? This is the mechanical royalties, reproduction of your music to the public. There's got to be registered, and people must have it registered, right? And then they have to pay a license for these download. They have to pay a license for all the reproduction, all the music that is sold, whether it's physical, whether it's hard copies, or whether it's download music. They have to pay for that. That's where the mechanical royalties comes in. Again, make sure, guys, I can't emphasize this enough, make sure your music is registered. There's several agencies that does this. I mean, I know of the Harry Fox agency, who is one of the major agencies that does collect, they track your music, and they will collect all the royalties for your music and make sure you get paid. Okay, so this is mechanical royalties. And the key again, register your music, right? Get one of these agency and register your music. The third royalty that I want to talk about, type of royalty, is the synchronization royalty. This one, guys, you heard of it, it's called a sync license. So what happened if your music is played, let's say in a television show, is picked up for a movie, right? Maybe even a video game. Any of this stuff, the producers has to get what is called a sync license. And by them getting a sync license, what they have to do is they have to pay for that. And this allows you to get paid for them using your music out there. And I see a question here from Lee Smith. What is that? Can you put that on the screen? It says, do you have many clients who are recording artists? Yes. And this is one of the reasons, hey, Rich, this is one of the reasons that I'm so excited about this topic, guys, because I have a lot of clients who are recording artists. I got a lot of clients who are producers. I've got clients who owns record labels with artists on them, guys, and they have to be aware of all this stuff. And I also have clients, again, like I had mentioned earlier, who have lifetime amount of royalties and hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars that they are receiving right now because of these royalties and because their music was registered properly. So, and that's one of the reasons I'm excited about this, because once again, and then I know a lot of folks who not only are they creating music, right? They're creating great music, but I also know that a lot of times the music is not registered, they're not in the right place, and they're not getting paid. This is why we're having this conversation. Yes. So thanks for asking that question. I do have a lot of clients in the recording business and who are recording artists. Several clients over the years. I have many clients who have made millions of dollars from their music, writing, producing, recording, and distributing it, right? And then, of course, I have people who are new in the business, who are starting out, who I want to make sure that they are doing the right thing by registering their music and owning their copyright so they can be paid for the music. So thanks for asking that question. So the synchronization license, guys, this is what that is. A lot of folks wants to make sure that they can get their music in television shows, commercials, which is a big one, right? Video games, which is super huge. And so they have to pay for a sync license. You get money from that. And then, of course, that money is collected again by an agency. So you have to register the stuff. And then that money will be paid to you, right? And of course, guys, the way you get paid, it all depends on how much of the music they use, whether they use all of it, some of it, a snippet part of it, whatever they use, there is a structure for how you get paid for this stuff. So it depends on what they do, okay? So this, the synchronization license generally is paid to songwriters and publishers. That's who gets that money. It's generally, not the artist, because you're not actually performing anything here. The songwriters and the publisher gets this money. They usually split it 50-50. So again, if you are a performing artist and you're a songwriter, and most of the artists that are songwriters, you get more money. You get paid more for your music, okay? So it's great to write the songs, great to produce them, and great to be creative, besides just performing. Okay, so that's the synchronization license. That's the third one. The fourth one, guys, a lot of times you don't think about this, right? But the print rights royalty. Most people don't even talk about this. But print rights royalty is great because, a lot of times there's sheet music. A lot of my musicians, a lot of you guys know you buy sheet music, right? You buy sheet music that is used to play, and that's print, right? So you got to pay for that. Songbooks, sometimes there are ebooks, stuff like that are being made. So those are print rights. And so people use this stuff. They use this stuff for to perform music. So if your music is used for any one of these print rights, you are entitled to get royalties from that music, right? And we all know about that. We're always looking for the lyrics for some songs. They're everywhere. The digital download, sheet music, ebooks, all that stuff. And we're always searching for this stuff. And every time we use it, there is a license that is has to be paid for. And the publishers, the artists, the music, the songwriter and the publisher gets paid, the producer gets paid, right? So that's print rights royalty. And the fifth type of royalty, guys, I want to talk about today is we want to talk about the grand rights royalty. I missed that one, the grand rights royalty. So we're going to make that number 5. Now, this one right here, a lot of times what's the grand rights royalty? What is that? Well, you guys, there is a lot of stuff that happens on Broadway or major stages throughout the world, right? Plays, huge plays. They use music. They use music that have been published. And so every time they have any one of these grand plays on Broadway or any stage play, and they use these background music or music to set the tone or music to change the scene, all this stuff, guys, when this is used, you get paid. You get paid for your music, right? So that's called the grand rights royalty. And again, like I said, you don't think about this, but again, they use your music for a lot of stuff. So one, make sure that it's registered. with these agencies so they can track again and pay you for your music, right? So that's the fifth point as far as the type of royalties. I'm gonna recap this, guys. This is so exciting to me because, again, like I said, I have a lot of clients in the music business. I've got a lot of friends in the music business. I got a lot of family in the music business, and so I'm dealing with this stuff for years and years and years, over 20 plus or more years, dealing with people in the music industry, and I'm always excited about letting them know, make sure they get paid because they put a lot of work into this, okay? So I want to make sure you guys are very familiar with how you get paid. So let's go over what the royalty is, guys. Royalties, again, is getting paid for, compensated for the music that you perform, music that you write, music that you make, publish. Payments are collected by different agencies and are paid to you. The world uses it. Every country will collect music for you. If any of you guys see any of these music royalty sheets, it will list every single country in the world, and every time your music is played, no matter where in the world it's played, it will be listed on that sheet, their royalty sheet, and it will tell you how many times it's paid, and it will show you how much money you get from the plays. This is from across the whole globe. Okay, it's not beautiful. This is the globe. So that's what the royalty is. And second, number 2 point, who is entitled to it. Okay, so anyone who owns the copyright, if you own the copyright to your music, you're entitled to it. If a record label owns this, or a publishing company owns this, or the people who are involved with making that music owns the copyright to that music, that's who gets paid for it, right? So, so that's who gets and who's entitled for those royalty payments. Number 3, today we talk about the 5 types of music royalties, and make notes of this, guys. Beautiful 5 types of music royalties. Performance rights. I love this one. You perform your own music and get paid. Your music is played across the globe, and you can get payment. Royalties from this, right? So anyone that performs your music, you get paid. Your music is played in shops, malls, restaurants, wherever it's at, wherever it's getting played, you get paid for that. Number 2 is in the types of royalties. Number 2 is the mechanical royalty. Again, this is when your music is sold, when it is downloaded, when there's a hard copy of a record or a CD that's purchased. This is the mechanical royalties. That's the one that you get paid. Again, there's agencies who track the stuff for you. And the third one is sync license, right? Sync license. And sync license, everybody loves this. If your music gets into any major television, movie, any of this stuff, or video game, which is really big right now, that's a sync license. They have to pay for the sync license to use the music. You get paid, right? So that's the third one. Fourth one is the grand rights. Let's see, we did print rights on the fourth one, right? Print rights is on the fourth one. Print right royalties, guys. This is when your music, you have these sheet music that people buy, and believe me, people buy this sheet music, right? We have sheet music that people buys, ebooks, all kinds of digital music and stuff. Everybody uses them. People buys the stuff. They uses it, the lyrics, all the stuff. So that's the print rights royalties. You get paid for that. So every part of your contribution to that music is a paid situation. And then the fifth one, guys, is the grand rights royalty. Grand rights royalty. Again, we don't think about this all the time, but you've got these huge Broadway plays. You've got these huge stage plays. They use these background music. They use music to bring scenes on, bring scenes off, all kinds of stuff they use the music for, guys. Again, that is payments that you get, grand rights royalty, right? So, hey, Laverne, thanks for jumping on. Anybody have a question? So Lerner Smith said they need to register their music. Reminder. Yes, they need to register their music, guys. And there's nobody is going to know who owns the music if you don't register it, right? Hi, Klaus for Pops. Thanks for jumping on here. But if the music is not registered, how are they going to know who to pay? You see what I mean? So, right, first of all, you have to get the music registered. You got to get registered with the various agency. Laverne had a question over here. She says, who are some of the agencies? And yeah, so for the mechanical royalty, Laverne, I know the Halifax agency is really huge. They will track your music and make sure that your music is, track and make sure they collect those. They issue the licenses for people to be able to download and sell your music. And they make sure that they get the music. for a lot of the publishing house guys. And again, a lot of folks need to make sure that they register music with ASCAP. Make sure you register music with BMI. You want those music company also. Make sure you register your music with them. And of course, you want to make sure you copyright it. Go to the Library of Congress. Make sure your music is copyrighted. I think that's the question we're going to answer. Make sure the music is also copyrighted. That's one of the first things you want to protect your work, okay? So that you owns it. And that's why you can get paid for it, because you own the rights. All right, and let's see who has a question over here. Learner Smith says, great information. Thank you very much. Quotes for Pop. Thank you for jumping on here. All right. So a lot of folks is over here on IG. I want to thank you guys for jumping in here. This is very important, guys. Make sure you share this. I know all of you guys know someone, if not yourself, that is involved in the music business. And I know you spend a lot of time in creating, and you want to make sure at least you having fun doing this, but at the same time, hey, you can make money. Right, and let's see what else. You've collected money from music. Okay, so that's it. I mean, that's all I want to tell you guys. The key: make sure you register the music, make sure you get the copyright, and make sure that you're registered and licensed with all of these different agencies who will collect the different type of royalties for you, and make sure they're all specialized in different things. Make sure you find one that is going to be doing the right thing for you, and make sure that you get paid. Cliff Jr., good afternoon. How are you doing? Thanks for jumping on here, Cliff. I appreciate you jumping on here, guys. So that's it for the music and the royalties. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. And I'm just going to say this one more time to emphasize. I have clients who are collecting millions, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars. And right now they're not doing anything in the music business. But this is work that they put in before. And because they have their music completely registered properly, and because all the various agencies around the world is collecting this money for them, they can sit back now and they have millions of dollars and don't even have to hit the studio. Don't even have to hit the studio anymore, right? Isn't that beautiful? So again, that's just reminding you guys, the work that you're putting in is very precious and is very valuable, and people should pay for it, is willing to pay for it, as long as you make sure that it's in the right place and you're doing the right thing. So you guys leave your questions or comments below. We'll come back through here and get it. Again, or give us a call here at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, or visit our website at probystax.com. Last week, we talked about these royalties and making all this money, and we talk about the tax effectiveness. So again, we talk about getting this money, making this money, saving taxes on this money, keeping more money in your pocket so you can continue to build wealth. And this is what we're here to help you with, okay? So with that said, I think I'm out of here, guys. Start a business in 5 days. Yeah, we have Start a Business in 5 days. The class is coming up soon. And I just talked to someone today. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I just talked to someone today who was interested because they're in the music business. They produce, they DJ, and they do a lot of stuff, but they didn't realize that that's a business and they can turn it into a business. And so they was like, well, you know what I do, is that a business? Yes, that's a business. And I said, this is why we have these sessions, because all the stuff that you're doing now, you can get paid for it. They're even writing songs, but you know, they're not thinking that this is a business. So I have a lot of people like that as well. This is why we're doing this. So you guys look out for the date that we get to start a business and learn how to run and operate it within 5 days. And we have that coming up. And I guarantee you guys will be excited about that. And you, again, that's a 5-day challenge. Yes. And we'll publish the date for you so you'll know when to sign up for it. Right. So with that said, you guys join us back here Thursday for some more valuable information. And every Tuesday and every Thursday, along with that class that we have coming up, we'll teach you how to do business. Again, feel free to call us and get any information that you need to make sure that you make money, because our motto is your success is our business, right? So we want you to be successful in what you do. All right. So with that said, guys, I want you all to take care of each other and take care of yourself and have a wonderful day. And Andy said, definitely huge and very all right. I love it. I love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andy, for jumping on here. I will be in touch. Yes. Thank you. All right. Guys, hit like and share this video. Get everybody involved. All right. So I will see you guys back here on Thursday afternoon. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.